Oh, you. You're such a lover, that's what you are. Why don't we let you out of your cage for a few minutes so you can stretch your legs, huh? How would that be?
Put him back, Dora.
Mr. Wise is coming for him today, and I just hate to let him go. Yes, I do.
I said put him back. What you were doing, you finish.
It's the rain, isn't it, Uncle Ben?
Days like this, you could smell the ovens so strong. Without breathing, you could smell them.
Good morning, Mr. Wise.
Oh, hello. Well, I came back.
And your puppy's been waiting.
Yeah,
He's so sweet, I just hate to let him go. Yes.
I bet you feel the same way, Mr. Feldman. Mr. Feldman? Mr. Feldman,
If you're buying the dog, buy him. The price is still $80.
I'm just being pleasant.
You'll have to forgive him. It's really nothing personal.
Maybe it's the rain.
It is. He was a prisoner at Auschwitz. The rain brings it all back.
Then I understand.
You? You understand? How could you? How could you possibly?
80, I think that's correct.
That's right.
Did you read a book about the prison camps? Is that how you know what I'm feeling?
Uncle Ben.
Tell me, Mr. Weiss, did you read a book about the camps?
No, Mr. Feldman.
Well, then you don't know what you're talking about. To you, the rain is good. To you, rain makes the flowers grow.
Please, Uncle Ben.
I'll say what I have to say. So, Mr. Weiss, next you'll tell me more of what you understand. You'll tell me there's a good God, and people are wonderful, and the world is full of love,
Oh, yes, Mr. Feldman. Much love from God and among people.
Mr. Weiss, you don't know what you're talking about. People make hell. People and hell. People and people and people, they make hell. And love. Only dogs have love. People pretend to love. People are lesser animals than dogs, lesser than dogs.
Mr. Feldman, I have one eye, but I see good people every day. And there were good men at Auschwitz, and there was kindness, and there was love.
You read the wrong book, Mr. Weiss.
I didn't read any book. I was there. Did you ever hear of a man named Kolbe?
Yes, I heard. He was dead when I got to Auschwitz, but I heard.
And?
Well, stories like that, they grow. We make them pretty. We want to make them pretty.
No. No, Mr. Feldman. It's you who don't understand. It's you who don't know what you're talking about. I do. I was there. I knew Kolbe, and I'm going to tell you how it was with him.
Insight. An exploration in depth of the spiritual conflicts of the 20th century. Insight.
Father Kolbe back yet. See, after the day's work was over, it wasn't unusual for Kolbe to be missing from Block 14. And whenever he was missing, it meant he was being beaten. We often wondered whether the next beating would be the last, because Kolbe was older than most of us, his body weaker. One particular day, we were sure he wouldn't be coming back. Krot, the superintendent of our work gang, hated Kolbe with a special venom for being a priest. He made him carry large tree trunks at a quick trot. And each time Kolbe collapsed in exhaustion, he would kick him unmercifully in the stomach, then in the face. At mealtime, Krot decided not to wait till the end of the day to administer the usual beating. He ordered Kolbe to stretch out on a pile of wood and proceeded to beat him with a timber. Finally, Kolbe lay motionless. Krot tumbled him into a rut, covered him with dry branches, and left him for dead.
Amaziah, what can you do by pacing? You saw Krut cover him up. He's dead.
He's not dead. Why? Why didn't he cry out? Maybe Krut would have stopped.
Krut stops when he wants to, not before.
I don't believe even Krut's that twisted.
Arnold, it's time you took a look around. Krut is that twisted. So's everybody else. From Commandant Fritz all the way down.
Joseph, you saw him.
He was still breathing. I don't know.
No, I don't believe that they're that twisted. I just can't believe it.
What do you think this is? A day camp for bad little boys? Maybe if you work hard, if you smile a lot, maybe they'll let us go free. Take a deep breath. What do you think this is? You think they're making perfume? No. It smells like something burning. Now, what could it be? Could it be that...
Will you shut up? Will you shut up?
Father Kolbe, I'm beginning to think.
A piece of news for you. But first, someone draw me a hot tub. It's been another long day.
A tub for Father Kolbe. Make it an oil bath. No oil? Sorry, Father. You have to settle for mud.
Oh, you better let me down. Whatever they've done to that leg, it makes my head wobbly.
Here, water.
Looks broken. Remember today where we dug that grave?
Ought to remember. That ground is like iron.
What would you guess? About a mile beyond the compound.
About that.
Did you notice the fencing?
The fencing is like the rest. 10 strands of steel. Barbs as big as my finger.
You, Amaziah.
That's what I saw.
Now listen. I had time to watch closely. The rains. I guess the last rains. They washed the earth away beneath the bottom strand.
What you're saying, Father, a man could crawl under at that point.
And once underneath?
There's a chance for freedom.
Maybe 1 hour of freedom. Some chance.
But maybe a lifetime. It's possible.
So is getting caught. Much more possible. Would you like that?
It wouldn't be a pleasant death.
But it would be a man's death at least.
No, thanks. Not for me anyway. I always played the odds. They are bad here, but they are worse out there.
I pass.
You're not thinking, Kolbe. Every man that escapes, another one dies. Now, you're not a newcomer. You know the rules.
All of us are marked for death. Better that some should go free.
That beating must have scrambled your brains. Don't you listen to him, Amaziah.
He makes sense to me.
Heard the screams from Block 13. Does that make sense? That is the reward for defiance. Listen, you talk to him about escaping. Well, you're dreaming. But say he does escape. Then one of us will be sent to Block 13. One of us must sacrifice our life for yours. Do you think you can live with that? You'd hear the screams the rest of your life.
The screams don't matter. Whether we die here or in Block 13, we die. Let one at least try and live. Amaziah, think. Ask God what he thinks.
Why don't you leave him alone? Why don't you? I wish Krut had finished you today. I might just help him.
The Virgin will protect you. Go now. I'm inside, too. Don't go. Call my God. I'm inside. Don't be a fool. I'm inside.
It is not I who will suffer for this. Prepare to receive the commandant. Commandant, Block 14 is ready for your inspection. Heil Hitler. Prisoner 14903 missing, all others present.
To be here is unpleasant. Extremely unpleasant. Vermin have a smell. They cannot hide it. Wherever they are, they reveal themselves, even in the dark. The smell gives them away. It's the smell of things rotting. It's like cabbage that's left in the pot. The Fuhrer's the most amazing man. He's generous even to vermin that smell. He feeds them, he takes care of them. He covers their disgusting bodies with a roof. It's a strange yet magnificent kindness. But it seems that this magnificent kindness of the Fuhrer is not appreciated in Block 14, no? It's not appreciated at all. One of you has escaped. Now, this is an insult to the magnificent kindness of the Fuhrer. This is an incomprehensible insult. One of you will be chosen to atone for this insult. One of you will be fortunate enough to honor the Fuhrer with a fascinating death. See, it's 5 hours before daybreak. If the missing prisoner should return by then, he will have the honor. If he does not return, it will be one of you lucky ones. One of you will die of starvation. Now, this is a very special death. What makes this particularly interesting is not the hunger. No, not at all. It's the thirst. The body becomes fevered, and the intestines burn with a fire. It's very interesting. Some say that you dry up like tulips, but that doesn't describe it at all. It's better than that. Your lives, of course, are of no value. By dying, you cannot really honor the Fuhrer. It's just a way of speaking. It's a phrase, nothing more. The smell is very bad in here. See that they stay the way they are.
Yes, Commandant. Heil Hitler.
I think the waiting is the worst part. I wish I could believe that. I've got a feeling he's going to pick me.
Kolbe ought to be the one to die. He put the idea in Amaziah's head. If he picks one of us, we ought to tell him it was Kolbe.
Sure, you tell him.
He's just as liable to pick the one who spoke up. That's the way his mind works.
What mind?
Look at him. Not even worried. You think because you're not like the rest of us, he won't pick you?
Look, there's really no difference between us. Your blood runs through your veins. You have a heart that pumps. You have a will, emotions. I'm made the same way.
You don't even mind kneeling like this, do you?
I've had some practice.
Oh, that's right. You and your endless prayers, love and God and love your neighbor. You know something, Kolbe? Your love makes me sick to my stomach. What good's it done you? Where's your God? Why's he stuck you in a hole like this?
It's a good question, and I know the Lord has a good answer.
Just that simple, isn't it? That's enough for you.
Yes, that and a little more. Christ helps us. He holds us fast.
Christ and your God. Where is your God? I don't see him, Kolbe, but I see you. I had your neck in my hands. I should have. I swear, I really should have.
It's almost dawn.
It's coming.
Oh, God, it's coming. I'm glad for the light, Kolbe. You know that? Because I can hate you better in the light. I'm not afraid, not anymore. I hate you that much, Kolbe.
Herr Kommandant! Silence. One of you must die. Ah! You would make interesting sounds in Block 13. This is the man. Take him.
Up! Up! Herr Kommandant, may I speak?
No, shut up.
I want to die in place of this man.
Say that again.
I want to die in place of this man.
You would really like to starve? And why?
To honor the Fuhrer. Oh, it's just a way of talking a phrase, no more.
Take him.
It all happened so quickly and so quietly. It took a while to understand what Kolbe had done. One minute I hated him and wanted to kill him, and the next minute he was gone to give his life for mine. Pulled the world out from under me. How can anyone hate a God who can move men to love like that?
And they starved him to death.
No food, no water, not a drop.
Oh, I just hope it didn't take him long to die.
14 days. Must have seemed like 14 centuries. Mr. Feldman, you know. He never cried out once. I waited till the day he died. The next day I escaped. I lost this in the effort, but I learned to see.
And what do you see now?
I see that people are good. I believe in men. And also, Mr. Feldman, I see that no matter how much this dog might come to love me, I know he would never starve that I might live.
You can see what you like, but I don't believe your story about Kolbe. I just don't believe it.
I remember he once said to me, Arnold, no one can alter the truth. All we can do is seek it, find it, and try to live it. Mr. Feldman, I now say that to you.
Insight is a production of the Paulist Fathers, a group of Catholic priests who serve their God by serving those outside their church.